welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. It's raining like crazy. It's been wee hours in the morning doing what I do for you. I've got a nice little lesson for you today. This is truly a life lesson. Okay? That's right. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the stories. For life, I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, yeah, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question: do you know you? Well, when I'm through, because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself too, then I got you. Let's go. Rightisms 20. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Know thyself. Brain freeze right quick. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken up. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Excuse me. Right thinkers. Let's talk about the story of Set and Heru. Is the life story of what? Me and you. This life lesson from Asaria myth plays out perfect if you understand the sequence, follow it. You see, that's me. Yeah, hello. And in your story, in your life story, you always win in the end. The good guy's supposed to win. The bad guy is not supposed to win in the end. If the bad guy won, we'd be in darkness. Apophis is the bad guy. Ra's the good guy. They fight every night. They fighting right now to Ra get up in the morning and shine over us. We wait for that. And if that don't happen, it's a wrap for us. So understand that. Life mimics nature. And nature sets the tone. Trust me, it's an ongoing story, real good story. Let's talk about it. This is one of the oldest stories, the Bible, greatest story ever told. It is spelled out. They got it from here. Moving on. I'm going for that. The oldest story, life, and is still being what? Relived and practiced today, just in many different ways. Saying the same thing, just different. Every quote that from that Bible, I can take you back and tell you where it comes from. But the Bible was written, no, it wasn't written by God, it was written by man. Understand that. So let's get. And the whole point is, again, to teach, to instruct, to inform, give you what? Basic instructions before leaving Earth. We know the physical body only temporary. Just like being here in the physical body is temporary. But what's in the body is eternal, immortal. It's the spirit. That's God. You got to be conscious of that. That's becoming one with God. Moving on conceptually, and this is the story that plays out. Wow. Heru is God's son. He's fighting. He killed his father. Mason, we the widow's son. Our uncle killed our father. We got to avenge him. So we got to take our uncle out. Conceptually, that's the story, okay? It's always the evil brother. Remember, the first murder, the first death was what? Brother on brother. Still fighting brother on brother. Yeah. I got a brother we don't speak to. We don't fight, but we don't interact. Why? He's a few years younger than me, and we two different people. That's why, for real, I got a problem with that. I love my brother. Okay, I'm sure he loved me, but we ain't gotta be friends. We ain't got to be cool. No, we just brothers. Moving on. All right. But in life, a lot of times that sibling rivalry. I could care less about my brothers and sisters. how my father felt and thought about them. I was just worried about me. I was just trying to be the good son. I'm the bad guy. Oh, he like you, man. You're right. Again, jealousy amongst brothers and sisters. Okay, it's normal. It's called sibling rivalry. Everybody goes through it. Move on. But the idea of the story of Set and Heru. Heru is the good guy, Set the bad guy. They both in you. Remember, Set's head is right here. The whole body is the same thing. Only thing different is how you think. And the ego wants to run the show. Ego don't care about God. Again, Set means, again, let's start with this concept. Set means ignorant of self, aka ego, meaning it has no God. Why? It edges God out. Hence, ego of yourself. Your ego wants to run the show. And if you're weak and your Heru spirit ain't strong to conquer him, you will have problems in life. Simple as that. Why? Your ego is running the show. It's not a good leader. That's why. And Heru, maintaining, aka light. Set is darkness, ignorant. Light means knowledge and understanding. You know who you are in the light. Ignorant in the dark, you don't know nothing, can't see nothing. So light is always good. And we all, that spirit in us is called that little bit of light. Your job is to let it shine, okay? To become conscious. That's why we teach. That's why we instruct. That's why I do what I do. Heru, meaning the light, aka knowledge. That means to know oneself. And that is the mastery of oneself on earth. You need to master yourself before you could go home to your father, conceptually. Okay, how about that? Make it real simple for you. All this, no, I try to make it real simple. And now you want to play the game, get in the game and learn it as you go. But I'm trying to get you in it to understand it. So now maybe you have an interest. You do the due diligence, give me your own work. Okay, I'm here every day, give me instruction. You got to put the work in. Mayat, my favorite, is what represents duality. God is the only singular being, hence supreme being, another all encompassing. That's him. Everything he created and manifest came from him. Mayat represents duality. That means you have a choice, free will. He put that in order first. The universe runs by Mayat, runs on Mayat. What order? Okay, their son run by Mayat. It's got to do its job. Moving on. That's the game. Name the game. Okay. Mayat means duality. I mean, you have to have two things. They're mostly opposites, male and female, up and down, in out. That's the Mayat concept. Meaning there is a choice. That's it. That's why I praise her and respect her. Because without Mayat, we pretty much gonna be led around by somebody who may not mean us no good. But with self-knowledge, you don't have to be led by nobody but yourself. That's why I walk alone. I ain't worried about leading nobody. You want to follow me? Come on, I'm good. But I ain't trying to do nothing but what? Show you what it looked like. So I can show you what I'm telling you. That's all. Old school. And two opposites. You can't get no more opposite than ignorance and knowledge. Dark and light. Night and day. That's been the story and it's still going on today. When we was in darkness, what did I say? Let there be what? Light. Now you got a clash. Now you got two things going on. We got just as much dark as we got light. We can be just as ignorant as we are intelligent. Choice. Free will. Back to that again. Okay. So remember, all of this is taking place inside of you. Just like the Bible is a story of you. If y'all will pay attention and understand the significance of it and not misinterpret it and swear that people actually real. I know my God and goddesses aspects, mythological characters that we create. We get them life. We get them background. We get them a life. They're not real. I hear people, that just annoys the hell out of me. What? Yeah, I got the misconception about this whole God concept. That's why. Y'all making God man. God ain't man. God is spirit and consciousness. Man is man. That's why spirit fell to matter. Physical body, matter, spirit. So when they get together, it's human beings. When the spirit is done with the body is done living, it dies out, spirit leaves. It got one of two choices. Go find another body, go home. If you don't enlighten, you don't know you, your spirit can't go home. That means you did yourself a disservice and you will die. Your conscience will be eaten by Amen. Simple as that. That's the concept. If you didn't wake the spirit up, you don't deserve to be here. Your conscience is useless. Moving on. Just the concept. Mine, I'm just putting it out there. Now, personally, I love this moral battle. Why? I lost early. I gave in to my ego willingly. I didn't even argue. I was all in. But when I woke up and realized I got out, some people don't. Some people don't realize, or some people enjoy it. Personally, I didn't. But I love the moral battle of what good versus evil. You have a choice. Early in life, I made my choice. Okay. Later in life, I made a different choice. Simple. You got that right. Again, free will. But set will rule you. What you mean? Your ego, who's been with you, your identity, who you are, has been with you since the beginning. It don't know God. And if you didn't introduce it to God, it still don't care about God. Okay? So it will fight. Okay? Now, but if you don't bring out your Heru, your higher self, your conscious, raise your conscious level from the beastly human nature to a spiritual higher level, become conscious and a better person, you're going to live your life on what they call it the beastly level. Okay? You're just going to do you. You can serve you, you can serve God. If you're serving you, you get material things, you get pleasure of the flesh, you get what you want here. I serve a higher power, so when this is over, I'm going home. That's the concept. That's all. Y'all call it heaven to make a difference. Again, same story, just told different. The dynamic don't change. It is what it is. Okay. Right thinking philosophy, aka Maya philosophy, Shita Nettis, Matawi, teaches, again, teaches you how to what? Defeat your ego. Set. That's what this whole lesson is about. Life lesson is what? To conquer the ego. I hear people say, kill the ego. No, your identity, you don't want to kill it. You just want to have it under control. Okay. Your lower nature, that means from the waist down. Waist down, lower. Waist up, higher. That's why the heart is up here, not down there. Moving on. Okay. God constructed this human body better than anything you can imagine. Some of us understand and know that. Some of us don't have a clue. Okay, but those are the ones who keep coming back until they figure it out. Don't worry, information, we in the information age now. Now everybody got to become what? Conscious. Information starting to tell you, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to perform this, you got to do that. Oh, I didn't know that. And now we're in the information age. No excuse for being ignorant of who you are. Moving on. All right, this is my concept. We in my wheelhouse now, teaching. All right. Now, again, if you love material things, pleasures of the flesh, nice fancy flesh, okay, all those things are Satanian qualities. Not good. The whole life. Just that way. Heru, or y'all can call him Christ. Same thing. Why? Because the idea that y'all use of Christ is Heru. What's this? All the qualities that Jesus got, Heru had. Heru, born of a virgin. You know the story. Okay, father dead. How you get birth dead? So it's all symbolical. It ain't literal. It ain't real. Resurrection is what? Waking up, becoming what? Conscious of yourself. You ain't born again physically. You can't be born again. It's all symbolic. Again, I got a lesson for that coming up too. But Heru is the original Christ, Son of God, in the flesh. God in the flesh, walking the earth. That's where I got it from. Moving on. God, Christ was in the flesh. But y'all don't understand. It's pure knowledge. Knowing who you are gives you the ability to what? To raise your conscious level, be a better person, treat people better, do things better. No ego self, only good. Heru, Jesus never did bad stuff. Wrong things. Why? They're here for a purpose, to teach, to show daily. All right. I am Heru. That's like saying I am God. Same thing. What? The spirit is of God. I'm his son. We are his children. And I love it when my pastor prayed, his mother prayed, she calls him Father. I remember my great grandparents addressing God as Father when they pray, Father, Father. So I remember that. So they give him that concept in their mind. And that's understandable. That's cool. But I am Heru. Why? Because I defeated my ego self. That guy. He ain't in charge no more. At one time, he ran the show. The show wasn't good, but he did his thing. Okay. But when you acquire, and this you ain't born with it, you have to acquire it. You have to learn it. Self-knowledge, spiritual information about you and your spirit. We're spiritual beings. Don't we need to know about our spiritual breakdown and understanding? So we use myth, metaphors, and allegorical stories to teach lessons. These gods only exist in me. They're real to me if I can manifest them. Moving on. Just like your belief is real, what you believe. You can believe what you want. Moving on. And that's what free will is. We all are set in Heru. Why? We had a choice to either lower nature or raise and be a better person. That's free will. Again, whether you follow a belief system, whether you follow philosophy, don't make a difference. The work that's got to be done, it's got to be done. Don't make a difference what you call it, how you call it, but the work is still the same. And that's what's this. Well, yeah, I am, Heru, because I defeated my ego self by acquiring self-knowledge, practicing, and becoming what? A master of myself. That's all you got to do. Everything else is window dressing and fodder. And if you get caught up in that, that's fine. Because what? That's what it's there for, to distract you. For those who want, I've got tunnel vision. I'm focused. That's the difference. And when you do that, that's what principles, that's what following a discipline and having a routine sets forth for you. That's all. We are all, again, Haru, we are all set in Haru. Why? That's the inner balance, inner battle that's in me and you. We have the desire for pleasure, pleasure things. If you give it to them, that's set. If you desire to be a better person, do things the right way, and get your blessings, that's Heru. Your blessings come from what? Right, good deeds. Christ only did good things. Heru only did good things. And what? Name his Father. Trying to get you to what? To the Father. I'm trying to do the same thing. Well, he's my Father too. So we all should be understanding of who we are. That's what I'm trying to show you. Move on. Evil, darkness, ignorance, bad, greed, lust, anger, jealousy. I can go on, etc. That's all egoistic qualities. That's Satan qualities, right? That's the people who do those things. They might not even know what it is, but they do them, so they don't know that that's satanic. They just do it, doing them. Due to what? Their ignorance. Ignorance is the big problem. Just like ignorance is the main problem, money is a good deodorant for ignorance. You can be dumb as a bag of rocks, but you can buy your money, buy your out situations, you're good to go. Moving on. So we live in a material world where material is more important than spiritual. That means we ain't God conscious at all. Moving on. But the top. We are born in darkness. We're born ignorant. The soul guys say, I listen to him, other people's concept. You sign a soul contract to come here. That's just, in my philosophical concept, wrong. Why? Free will. This thing up here starts from a little pig and it grows. And what you downloaded on it, that's what decides what it's going to be. Ain't nothing set in stone. History, yeah, that don't change. Future, you can't put that in stone. Moving on. So I don't go with the predetermined life and this, that, and that. No, I ain't buying that. Simple. Again, with my discernment, I can listen to what you say. I ain't got to believe that nonsense. If I know better, I can tell you it's nonsense. Somebody who don't know, they can't. But I can. Why? I know. That's the difference in believing, thinking, thoughting, and knowing. Excuse me. But when we're all born ignorant in the darkness of ourselves. And we will never become Heru, what? If we don't want to. It's all done by desire. Desires of the flesh. Oh, you want to do that. Desires to have things, so you want to do that. But you don't desire to be a better person. That's the thing they learn later on after they do everything else. They come back around and take care of them. The thing says, what? Find the kingdom of heaven first. And everything else that you want will be given to you, be born to you, however you want to get it. But to have all of that, accumulate that, not know yourself or connect with God, don't make much sense. That's what they're telling you. To gain the world and lose your soul. You ain't connected with God. Your soul is lost. Moving on. I understand that. Again, when I became spiritual, God is spirit. I got God knowledge, spiritual enlightenment. I started learning and studying and practicing things. Start changing my life. Okay, I ain't got to go to church for that. I told my pastor, dude, I ain't come here to find God. I already know God. I come to hang out and fellowship. That's why I fellowship with Christians. Okay, Muslims also. And when I became enlightened, what happened? If you're in the dark, if you're ignorant, that means you don't know something you can't see, right? Enlightenment means you just been told something, given something, or shown something that will help you what? Change your ways, aka your life. It changed my life from what? from Set to Heru. You can do that too. My goal is to have you do just that right now. We all Set. Everybody walk around Set. Set is everywhere. Ain't many Harus. My goal is to make more Harus. Okay? Why? We can be Set. Moving on, that's why. And life lessons. And this story is about life. Your individual choices and things that you got to do and be responsible for. How many times you gonna keep touching that fire to realize, I may not want to do that again? Why? It burns. The best teacher, I think I'm a good teacher. I had good teachers, but the best teacher is experience. Man, how good I teach, experience going to always outdo me. Why? It's going to make the point, drive that point home. That's all. That's called waking up, getting conscious, learning something that you didn't already know. That's all. Stop with. But I thought, if you don't know something, you can't have a thought about it. Well, that's just me. I don't waste my time with what I don't know. Life lessons are to go from darkness, ignorance of self, to what? Light, aka knowledge of self. That's been the ongoing story for us. And when they took us away from our natural habitat, they took that away too and gave us the Bible. I was talking to a young man and he turned my channel and said, "Oh, you cool? Can we talk?" Yeah, he asked. Every question he asked me was pertaining to the Bible. What the Bible said, I said, "My man, let me say something to you." Show him a book. This book that I studied, and all the books I studied from, there's no white people. He didn't know black people was here, and white man wasn't. I'm talking to a young black man, and the only thing he know about his history is the Bible and slavery. What that tell you? This is a fact. Man, that. Woo, young people. Good move this. Sorry, back up, slow down. It freaked me out, but I'm cool. Try to help him out. Dude, we need to talk. Why? Some stuff you just need to know. You're a good dude. You're a good brother, young man, conscientious, curious, but you got a whole bunch of misinformation. That's all. And he thought I was cool and appreciated it. All right. But now, oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Your ego will not just give in. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He ain't going down like that. He's gonna fight tooth and nail. And if you ain't diligent and consistent, he's gonna get you again. Why they say the idle mind is a devil's workshop. Once you get weak, lose focus on God, not paying attention, he'll get you in any way he can. He don't play fair. He's about, well, no. Oh, he's gonna do what he needs to do. And when it's to you, it ain't gonna be good. So the ego will not give in. It's gonna fight. Okay. But you are the better person. If you put forth the effort to be, that's the difference. Some people just say, what the hell? I can't be no better. I can't do no better. It ain't gonna work for me. And they just give up. Okay, that's suicide. That's just giving up on life. It's suicide. Moving on. A lot of people committed and still live. Dead in their mind, but going through the steps in life and really just there, existing. That's not a good position to be in life. Nobody. With self-knowledge, raise up. That's the start right there. Why? You. It's all about you. We call it back today. Oh, he conceded. No, I was just focused on me. Moving on. I was Set most of my life until what? Until I got tired of paying the price for doing the stuff that I was doing. Thought giving me pleasures and stuff. No, I don't want them pleasures. Why? They come with a price. That's why. That's what y'all call the devil. Okay? That's the ego. The ego have you do things for the moment, for the time, and then when they go awry, you just okay. So he's still there. He just ain't gonna do nothing. Okay. And when you get self-knowledge, now you become what? Your best you. Your potential to be Heru, you got to make it happen for yourself. So when you do that, that's the reward. My old man, right there, was Set. Pure ego. All about him. Hands down. But that's what he was custom. By the time I come into the world, he already made that decision. I just jumped on the bandwagon and did what he was doing. Ego tripping. And had no clue. He had no clue. Okay? Because he got everything that he wanted during his time. So he had no need to go to God. Until what? Until what? Deathbed. Mm-hmm. when death started creeping in, now all of a sudden God is important. Now you want to talk to God. Now you want, oh, really? See, most of all the bad guys don't have God until what? They get in trouble. Moving on. And it's always that way. Why? Bad's not good. That's why. I lived that sectarian lifestyle for a while. And it paid off. It was good. But when it's time to pay, oh, that wasn't good for me at all. Everybody else didn't have to pay. I did. All the stuff I did. No, I'm the one paying for all of that. That's karma. And you get what you deserve. Again, when I changed my lifestyle, those things don't happen no more. Simple. But I still know people still doing that. And it's still going on. I just ain't part of it. Simple. Again, understand that. When you pay off your ego, you got one or two choices. Do it again or do something else. I chose something else. He kept doing it again. When I started living like Heru, my higher self, with daily practicing my philosophy, putting it into use, and going about my business. Once I saw it manifest, once I realized it will and it can, now I want to tell somebody else. That's the gospel. Spread the good news. I ain't here spreading good news. I'm just giving information, knowledge of self. So it's still good news. Again, you can call it whatever you want. The concept is, are you doing what you plan to do? I'm only here to do one thing, give you knowledge of self. That's my job. That's my mission. That's what I'm on. Let me wrap this up for you. And I appreciate you coming and get them. That's all I can do is put out there. Y'all got to come and get it. I appreciate those who do. Let's go. But I saw my own life story in the same story of Set and Haru. I understood it as if it was me. And that's what you're supposed to do. Put yourself in the mythological character's place and see how that work out for you. Being set, feathers, bad situations, pleasures, and all that, but there's a price to pay. When you dance with the devil, you got to foot the bill. Okay? But if when I started studying and practicing what I was learning, why? It's the story of my life. Whoa. Okay, but now since I realize who I am, I can help others. That's just my philosophy. That's what I think. That's how I feel. So I tell you, it's the story of life that everyone has. They just got to realize it, be it good or bad, but it's still a story of life. You got to be good or bad, right or wrong, don't make a difference. But it's all about Maya, which is the choice that you have. And if the choice is good, you'll be rewarded. If it's bad, you'll be punished. Moving on. All right, wrapping it up. Knowing thyself is knowing you are Haru. Why? You and God are one. You're the son of God. You here representing God. Okay, and to defeat who? Your ego. That's inside you. Not the world. It's inside you. I tried to tell you we are spiritual beings. The spirit is from God. Having a human experience. The physical body is what we're in to house the spirit. Consciousness is what he give us. We call it brain. We have to use that to become aware of who we are, which is what? God in the flesh. Haru. Okay. If you reach what we call the highest spiritual level, from spiritual and mental understanding, learning your teach, learning your lessons, practicing your life, you will reach what we call, they call it spiritual enlightenment, self-discovery, Christhood, anointed. We call it nihas. That's knowing thyself. Simple as that. And that means you did the things that you need to do for that to happen for yourself. Claiming you know yourself don't mean nothing. Showing makes it work. Now that I have reached self-mastery, all I want to do is what? Enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you. I'm here every day doing it, and have been for the last 6 years. And for I say, I ain't going nowhere. Well, how you doing? I don't care. I'm doing the job. My job is to get information. I'm here every day doing just that. Let me wrap this up for you. And yes, if you're still asking that age-old question, who am I? You're set, aka all ego, no knowledge of self. That's the ignorant person who would ask that question. If you have reached self-knowledge, you would know thyself, and you'll never ask that question. Why? Because you don't have an identity crisis. Self-knowledge, self-mastery takes care of that question. And right thing philosophy goal. My whole intent is to get you to be what? Your best self. That's Haru. You being your best self, reaching your full potential in life. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I see the clock. I got to go. I hear the light and the thunder also. But right thinkers. Again, that internal battle, set and Heru, that goes on in you. Just understand that and understand how to play the game. Then you can play the game on your terms and win in the end. That's what life is all about. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, may 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers will find out they are set. And Heru is one and the same. He passed away. Your choice. Make a good one and be benefit. If not, be punished.